Hi everyone, it's Angelia Trinidad, CEO and founder of Passion Planner, and you're watching The Gamechanger, where I share game-changing ideas that have helped me on my journey to becoming a millionaire, but most importantly, live life more intentionally. So today's video is a little different. I am actually talking about bucket lists because a lot of people are asked this question over and over again, which is, what do you want to do in 5 years? They ask me all the time actually whenever I do interviews, and a lot of times I'm like, I honestly don't know because my life changes so quickly. But what I want to tackle in this video is how to create a plan for not even just 5 years, but for your next 3 months, 1 year, 3 years, and lifetime. And that's through a passion roadmap. So today I'm going to be walking you through doing a passion roadmap. So every single passion planner comes with a passion roadmap. It's actually one of the first exercises that is in the passion planner. Even if you don't have a passion planner, you can go to our website and download it and use it, put it up on your mirror, put it up on your door, keep it somewhere that you see all the time to remind you of the goals that you want to accomplish. So without further ado, let's get started. So the first thing is to make a wish list. So you need to set a timer for 5 minutes. So I like to do this on my phone. So you set a timer for 5 minutes and you imagine that whatever you write on this piece of paper will come true within the designated time frame. Think of it as a wish list describing your ideal life. Ask yourself, if I could be anything, do anything, or have anything, what would it be? Write every single thing that comes to mind and be as specific as possible. Lastly, do not feel the need to be realistic or justify your dreams. Just write. Before you set your timer, one thing that you want to do is write in today's date, June 18th. So in 3 months, it's going to be September 18th, which is the day after my birthday. And then in a year, June 18th, 2020. And then in 3 years, that's June 18th. So I'm actually going to do this with my own personal goals. I'm not going to make up fake ones because I think it's important to just be honest with what you want. I mean, putting it in front of everyone, it's kind of scary. But I just wanted to show you and walk you through it. So set your timer and let's get to it. Okay. All right, so the next thing is to prioritize. Now set the timer for 1 minute, go back to each of the 4 sections and circle one goal that would have the most positive impact on your life. So you can set your timer for 1 minute, boom. These are the 4 goals that you are going to prioritize. Now create a passion plan to map out how to get there. A passion plan is a mind map that visually breaks down your goals into steps that are specific, actionable, measurable, and time sensitive. So these are SMART goals. Create your first passion plan. Your game changer is the goal that would have the most positive impact in your life right now. Write this in the blank box below. Set your timer for 5 minutes. Write down all the necessary steps needed to achieve your goal. The more detailed, the better. Connect each step to the middle box with a line, aka make a mind map. So I'm going to do that now. Ready? Cool. I kind of did a brain vomit of all the things here. And the next step is to add specifics. So assign due dates for each of these tasks, be specific, and make sure to indicate how much, how many, or by when. So I'm going to do add specifics in red so it looks different. In this step, I like to add a number so I can measure it. Cool. So what I did is I added dates or measurable metrics. So once you have that, you can create a timeline. You kind of number what needs to be first, second, third, so on and so forth. ASAP things are going to go first, second, third, and then you're going to move those things into your actual planner. So all of these deadlines, so for example, I'll just do one to make it really clear. So you go here and you could just write in here, to get the tagline done, tagline due. So also what I like to do is if it's due on this Monday, then I like to go back and I like to put it here, tagline due. So when I get to this week, I know what's coming up because I'm just flipping to it. And you want to do that with all of these. So it's going to take you a little bit of time to go back and forth and put these in, but it's really good because it gives you a strategy and a framework and kind of a syllabus for your life for this particular plan. And I mean, you can always change deadlines and say, okay, I can't really get it done at this time, but I think I can get it in a week later. But just creating those lines in the sand for you to cross so that you know you're going at the correct pace to be able to complete this by your end goal. Again, everything's flexible, but at least your mind has an understanding of what the overall project looks like and you can kind of hack away at it slowly but surely. So number 7 is to work at it. For this goal, strive to do at least one productive thing at the beginning of your day to get closer to your goal. If you skip a day, be sure to make up for it the next day. So for example, all these ASAP things I can work into being daily targets for the next week. So for example, prepping the timeline, I can put that and schedule it. So today is the 18th. And I could say that the timeline, that's today's focus here, timeline. And I can also put it here in my work to-do list, timeline. So again, just trying to do one little thing every single day that helps you get closer to your goal. The next thing is to repeat. So you can repeat this process for as many goals as you like, which is really cool because this was just one of the projects. All of these things can get mind mapped out into smaller tasks. And I try to make the tasks small enough that you can do it in one sitting of less than 30 minutes. If it takes longer than that, then I split it into 2 or 3 smaller subtasks. So you want to be able to give your brain these little successes as you go through this project. So the next thing is extra credit, and I'm an overachiever, so I thought I should include this. So find a follow-up buddy to check in with you and help you stay accountable for your goals. So one thing I like to do is I have a mastermind group with my friends where we talk about the goals that we're trying to accomplish for the week, and we ask each other the same 3 questions, which is what's on your mind, how can we help, and what do you want us to hold you accountable for next week? So it's something that you can do super easy. Even if you just want to get one friend to do this with, it's great, and you can just tell them about your goals in your planner. The next thing is to cross out lifetime, 3 years, 1 year, and 3 months, and replace them with shorter goals, which are 5 years, 1 year, 3 months, and 1 month respectively. So sometimes I like to do this, sometimes I don't. I mean, I think it's a really great way to challenge yourself. 1 month, 3 months. And sometimes when you do that, it doesn't make sense because you're like, oh, I'm not trying to have a family in 3 years. But I think it's a really good way to challenge yourself to really think about how long goals actually take you. So there's this thing called Parkinson's law that says goals will shrink or expand in the time that you allot for them. So for example, if you say, hey, I want to find a new personal executive assistant in the next 3 months, you probably can do that in 2 weeks or a month if you make that timeline a little shorter and really hone in on the little steps. So this is just a really good way to use Parkinson's law to your own advantage. And you might not be able to apply it to everything, but you might be able to apply it to some things. So that's the Passion Roadmap. I think it's such a great tool to just brain vomit everything that's in your head about what you're excited about. I always feel really excited after doing this. I try to do this once every 3 to 6 months. And what's cool about if you have a passion planner, you actually have another one right before July, so right after the first 6 months end of the year. It's great to not skip this, to do it all over again. Sometimes I don't even reference my old one, I just go straight into doing a new one, which is really cool because you start to realize how your goals evolve and change over time. One thing that I really like to do is utilize this Passion Roadmap as a part of my monthly reflections. So there's actually a part at the end of the monthly reflection that tells you to go back to your Passion Roadmap and highlight any goals you've reached or steps you've completed. So how I do that super simply is I just go back, and if I did something, then I'll pick a color and I'll highlight it, and it always makes me feel really great to be able to highlight something off and actually not even thinking about doing it. So I think that there's so much value in defining what you want letting your conscious mind know that that's something you're looking out for, because a lot of times the universe will fill in the rest and you'll see the opportunity and you'll take advantage of it. So I hope this video helps. I think that it's an exercise that is great for anyone to use no matter where you are in your life. Even if you don't use a passion planner, you can actually do this without using a printer. So you can just watch this video, make a mind map on a piece of paper and utilize that. So if you use a passion roadmap already or have benefited from this video, please take a second to just like this video and subscribe to this channel. So let us know in the comments below, what is the goal you're most excited about? We come out with videos every single week that we're just trying to bring the tools that we feel would really benefit like our community in the world. So we appreciate every single like and subscribe. And remember, it doesn't have to be perfect, it just has to start. So I'll see you next time. Bye.